Greetings Space Cadets and welcome back for another Minecraft survival episode. In today's episode we're going to start building a slime farm. As I mentioned in the previous one, after we built our fountain over there, I copied the world into creative so that I could do some fly around shots, and while I had it in there I had a look to see if there was any slime chunks, and there's some just next to the base. So we're going to grab some equipment. This is going to be quite a lengthy process because we haven't got the best enchantments. We don't have a beacon of any sort as well, so we're going to have to do it all manually. And if the survival world is anything to go, the creative world is anything to go off, it's going to be a complete solid 2 chunks with no gaps whatsoever. So let's hop in here and grab some equipment. I have managed to get a few things enchanted. Let's just grab them. I think there was a shovel in here. No, that was it. I was going to take that gold pickaxe. Let's have another look at the back here as well, because we're going to be digging out a large space, so we're not running back and forth. We'll take, we don't need all of them, we'll take 2 double chests with us. And before we start as well, I think we best fence off the area. We'll get some more torches and some gates. Get 3 gates. Eventually I'm going to replace all of the gates with the dark one, just so that we can see where they are. Where have we got the torches? So there we go. So before we leave the base, let's have a quick look in here. Now, in a later episode, we're going to do something with the room here and turn it into a bedroom, but I've been working on hollowing out the space, and you see, after in our last episode, after the witch got us, we lost all of our levels, but now we're back up and I was able to actually get these enchanted, and that was solely just from mining the quartz needed for this room. I don't think I've got multiple stacks of it still, and I don't think we're going to have enough to do what I've got planned in here, but that's for another day. So I've already taken out the bottom section for whatever floor we put in, and also the upper section for some sort of ceiling once we decide. We may just go copying this design maybe as across here, but I want to put like carpets and things in across the bottom. But we've still got 2 more rows to go in order to get it to the actual size that we need. But let's hop out of here. Yeah, I thought we still had 1 more axe now. I just had a notice on there, there's multiple enchantments on there. I thought I just got the efficiency, but it also has silk touch on it and unbreaking free. That's handy. I thought we only got the 1 enchantment on there, but I'll take 3. So let's hop up here to our area and take a look. Oh, one thing as well we forgot. If we're going to be digging a deep hole, we're going to need some ladders. Now, do we have any in stock? Yep, we will take 1 stack of ladders. We should need half of that, I think, roughly. Right, let's hop back up to the surface and have a look at our area. So if we hop on top of the potato farm, we can see the area that we've marked out. I've just used the diorite just because we've got chests of the stuff. It's absolutely horrible, but just for marking out an area, we'll replace it with something nice later on once we get down to the bottom. I should say, if the copy of this world that we had to look at, as I said, it's going to be completely solid all the way down. It took me absolutely ages to take it out in creative, and that was flying up and down just holding the mouse button to clear it, and using dynamite to clear out some of the central areas. So I'd imagine this is going to take absolutely ages. Let's pop these chests down just so we can keep offloading our gear. And what we'll do is we'll run our ladders down there. Now, before we get too far, let's just light up this area, because we're going to be doing a lot of work here, and the last thing we need is creepers just landing on us left, right and centre. You can see here as well, I've marked off the area that we're going to put the fences in, and let's actually put those in now. Okay, so that's all of our fence and lighting in place. There is a little gap here where once we start digging, we're going to get some dirt up, and we'll just fill in that area there just so it keeps it all nice and level. So let's get started with this. We'll get our shovel, get a few of them. and we'll start digging. We'll just make it nice and flat. Take out the dirt layer. Okay, so that's our area with just the dirt blocks removed and nothing else. So the rest of it's all going to be the hard stuff going down. Hopefully we're going to get a few ores as well as we go down, maybe some diamonds if we're really lucky as we get close to the bottom. I've patched up a few areas. I'm going to raise this up a level as well. But I'm going to cut here because I have a feeling that in survival this is probably going to take a day or so to dig out. Just because we don't really have that many enchanted gear, and there's no beacon or anything like that. But I will say this efficiency 5, or was that 4 rather, is super quick. We were able to fly through that dirt layer, but we'll see how it goes with the this diamond pickaxe. Okay guys, we've made it down to level 39, so this is our spawning layer for the first layer of slimes, and thankfully it didn't take anywhere near the length of time that I thought it was going to take. This is the first time I've used an enchanted diamond pickaxe, and it cut through this place in no time at all. And I think that space under our base, I keep on going back to it, and I've spent weeks and weeks just slowly chipping away at it. If I had to use a pickaxe like this, we would have had it done in no time. And in covering this space as well, I've only had to repair it twice, just at a cost of 5 levels each time. As you can see, I've also named it the Hole Digger. In addition to that, the shovel just cut through all of the gravel and the soil, just as if it wasn't even there. It just blasted it away. I had to patch up holes in the walls, as you can see, with cobble as I went, just because it kept on cutting through so much. One thing I forgot whilst I was doing this was our access corridor from our first episode runs directly beneath these 2 chunks. So there was a corridor when I eventually popped down into it, as you can see here. And this links up our main base to the iron farm, and also underneath the potato farm as well. But now going back to the slime farm, what we're going to do, because it took no time at all for us to get down here, is we're actually going to build all the sub-levels. I was just going to leave it as just a single layer here, just as temporary, and put a temporary collection area in. But considering how quickly we got down here, I thought I was going to be digging this out for a week. I'm going to actually put all the sub-levels in, and I was having a look at a build that Mumbo Jumbo made. He took out an additional 4 blocks all the way around here, but what we're going to do is we're just going to, rather than take it all the way from the surface, we're just going to build the shelf out down here. I've already put a little inspection hatch going down, all the way down to 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut away 3 here, dig all the way down to the bottom, and I'll see you guys again once we get down to the bottom level. Okay guys, we have now made it all the way down to the bottom, just slide down this ladder here without falling down again. We almost lost all of our equipment as well because there was one square of lava which just happened to be at the bottom of the ladders typically. What we're going to do is how many levels have we got here? First of all, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 layers here of possible slime spawning area. All I've done so far is I've carved out this chunk here, which is our little ledge going all the way down at the bottom where everything can fall off. And we're going to carve out these layers separately, but I want to get this thing started as quickly as possible, otherwise we're going to be, as we start hollowing out the levels and lighting them up, we run the risk of being killed by slimes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build a track level down here so that we can run a minecart back and forth and have them all collect in this room any slimes, and then we will fill this level here with magma blocks, and we'll get our iron golems up at the top there so that everything on the top layer at least will drop down here, and we'll also put some more in this layer as well just to make sure that they go for them, and then we can collect them all here. So let's head back to the base now and get some rails. I think we're going to have to compress a chunk of our redstone to make blocks because there's no space to put switches, especially if we're going to be running layers back and forth a few times. It's quite handy having this access straight down here. We can zoom straight back to the base to offload the tons of cobblestone. We've filled multiple more chests in our base past our storage capacity that we had. Let's just open that there. And if we go all the way to the back, you'll see we've had to put a few more chests in here just to handle the overspill from clearing out those 2 chunks. And there's still loads more to go. So let's see, let's take a couple of stacks of that. What have we got in stock? We want some powered rails. Oh, is that all the regular rails we've got? I wonder if these detector rails could work. We'll take a minecart as well. Let's offload junk that we don't need. Okay, so let's give that a little test and see how far it goes. If we just give it a nudge. Maybe a little bit more of a nudge. Oh, this time it doesn't go around at all. Might have to put a few more accelerators in. That's not good, it got loads on the last one. Oh well, I suppose we do have a chunk of these. Let's pop some more in. Okay, so I think I've got just the right number of powered rails in. Let's see what happens when we go around. Of course, we put the wrong minecart with us, so we'll have to go back up and get that. We can get some more powered rails from one of the old canals. So let's collect that, and I think we'll head back to the canal actually, and we will take a few more powered rails from there. So you can see here an area just off to the side of the tower. You can see the rest of our base in the distance, and there's a little minecart rail going out here. So we're just going to hop in here and we're going to ride this for the last time. This was originally to the first village that to the ocean that led to the first village I found. Just a nice little minecart running along the side of the canal network. This was originally to ferry stuff back from the chasms that are in that area, because it was quite a lot of riches in that area. Plus it was the first village that I found as well, but we'll take these power rails up, or at least a chunk of them anyway, and use them in our slime farm. So it takes a few minutes to get to the end there. Taking this route as well allowed us to not only get there faster, but to skip all the enemies that are in the very heavy spawning area above us. Here we go. There we go. We're at the end. Oop. Let's hop out here. So you can see the swamp biome there. Normally there's loads of creepers in the water. Oh, there's the first one. You have to watch out here. You can see our tower in the distance there. We're going to rebuild we'll put a proper top on this tower. I started doing a framework, but we'll put a proper top on there soon. Right, let's get that open. Collect that. Seal ourselves in. There we go, we've got a couple of stacks of that. We'll save the rest for another day. So we'll head on back now into the base and we'll see how many magma blocks that we have. So everyone, we've now replaced all of the rails that are out there now with power rails, but should we have redone that from the start? And I put a few items just on top of the lava. Let's see if they collect. Just before we seal up this area. Oh, that was something disappeared. Yep, and it's now collected all of that. So that's brilliant. We will... before we do that, put some light down, and we want to go just up one layer so we can catch up with our ladders. So that's it. Let's stop that. And there you can see all of our bits and bobs in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and get some light and put them on the top level. And actually, before we even think about doing that, we'd best build. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Although, yeah, you can crouch on this stuff, can't you? It doesn't hurt you. Yeah. So be very careful and see if we can line that up, because we need to place our iron golem areas. Of course, that also means I'm now going to have to remake that little pathway. Completely forgot about these guys. So we need a few things from here in the food section. Let's see, where are they? We're going to need 4 of these, aren't we? And you now have to carve them. Do I have any shears? Yes, I do. Let's put them there. Get them as well. And so we'll just pop them here. And then, look at that, you also get seeds with that as well. Like I don't need any more of them. So you have 4 of them. Yeah, let's get rid of some of this excess stuff. Everything else we'll keep because we'll file that away properly. And we want iron. We're probably going to need a couple of stacks of this, aren't we? Right. So iron blocks, how many do we need? We need 4 for each of them. It's 4, 8, 12. There we go, we need 12 to start with, and since it's night time we're going to sleep. Okay, so let's put down our first iron golem. I can remember this, it is just like this, isn't it? Yep, there's one. You can get rid of that path now. we'll be able to get that cobble back down to the bottom. I haven't brought enough iron, have I? I've only brought enough for 3. Typical. Well, we'll get these ones built first then. We didn't actually bring any glowstone either, so we've got to go back in any case because we still need 40 lights. So we need 2 of those, and we need 40 lights for each level. So we're going to have to make a few more trips to the Nether for a ton of glowstone if it's going to take that many stacks just to do 1 level. Ideally I would like to have done it with sea lanterns because I think they look far better, but we don't have the resources for those until we get our next farms up and running. Right, so this is not exactly an even pattern, but I suppose we could do it inverted when we get halfway. So let's see, this is the start of our 16 by 16 chunk, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And then it's 3. And out. I think we're just going to have to freehand this. The plan that I drew up doesn't seem to want to match up, so we'll just have to go over the square grid. Okay, so that's this area now all lit up. Now I'm going to go back down to the bottom and turn on the track. We'll put a little hopper clock in here later on, but I just want to get this place working. So, just for now, let's pop that in there. We'll get something rigged up there properly shortly. I think we might have to rig a water elevator up in this place as well, just to speed up getting up and down. So let's quickly hop over to either side and just stop anything from climbing up those bits. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go up to the surface and we're just going to watch for a little bit to see if anything spawns. Okay guys, I think we're going to leave it there for today. The slime farm is slowly working and we'll come back and dig out the other layers another day. So don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe and join me next time.